Good morning. This is the weekend update for Buy Sell Short for Saturday, January 12th. Just a fantastic start to the year. I know I've been saying that over the last couple of videos, but it has just been a phenomenal start to our plays this year. We start off with the Dow 15-minute chart, and I really haven't adjusted the chart at all from the Thursday chart because it's just in a slow grind higher. And actually, that is a perfect environment, as you can see, for the kind of stocks that we play. It is great for small and micro cap stocks seeing the market do this with an upward bias, no big moves up or down, nice dip buying, nice January popper bounces, and just an all-around great market right now. And one thing that is also helping, the fund flows came out on Friday, and so far a record, well, not a record, but $20 billion has flowed into stocks. So far at the start of the year, this is the fourth best start of inflows in the last 20 years. So very, very positive. A lot of money is starting to flow into the market, especially into the ETF funds. And that's going to only help things at least going into the end of the month. Of course, also helping the market move higher, the politicians are not really saying a whole lot, and that is just fantastic. The longer that stays, the higher we are going to move in this market. Now, looking at the daily chart, you can see we are slowly still breaking out. Volume has dropped off a little bit, but that multi-year highs is just a stone's throw away. And the chart that Snowman brought up in the chat room on Friday, if we take a quick look at it, the NYSE composite NYA, if we take a look at a 3-year chart, we have broken a major trend line on Friday and are breaking out above all-time highs on the NYSE, so there's something to consider going into next week. Russell chart, not a whole lot to say. Big extension. It's just consolidating that big multi-year breakout that we had. And, you know, we can see some pause in the larger cap, small caps as the money starts to flow down to the micro caps. But anyway, let's jump into some stock plays. Monsters for us on Friday. UPIP monster gain. 40% winner for us on Friday. And for the 13th year in a row, UPIP has given a fat gain into the middle of January. You recall when we jumped into this stock as a January popper play, we were going off the trend that it gains 28% on average going into the middle part of January. And news on patents with Ericsson has set the stock on fire. If you're still riding any shares, the next break on this would be a break through the 200-day moving average at 195, and then you'd be looking for a move to 220. But at this stage, you should have booked at least 75 to 90% of your gains. And if you're trailing stops, I would use the Friday lows of 165, 170 on those stops. But a monster win. Congratulations, guys. Another big January popper winner, TXCC. I've been talking this one up over the last 3 or 4 days, saying that this little consolidation channel that we had down here right under the 20-day exponential was about to go boom, and boom it did. 50% winner for us. I mean, doesn't get any better than that. And yet again, as I've explained many times, the classic January popper sell-off into year-end, consolidation, and then a monster rebound. And they were really chasing this one late into the close on volume on Friday. I mean, it is rather remarkable. You couldn't pay traders to buy this stock 3 days ago at 65 cents, and you can't pay them to stop buying it at 95 cents on Friday, and that's just the way it is in the market. New sector momentum, the flu stocks, IBIO. This was a stock we got into 65 cents and under on Friday. The flu is just sweeping the U.S., and the media has taken hold of that, and it's almost every year we get some fat momentum out of the flu stocks, and it looks like that time has arrived yet again. Big break on IBO on Friday. 82 cents is the next break, and we could quickly see this one move to 1. I mean, a couple of years ago, 2009 and 10, we saw monster moves in the flu stocks, and we're starting to see that momentum really flow into these stocks again. NVAX is another one. We was on the pop scan as a break of 207. We got that break on Friday. These guys actually have the most advanced flu trials. I believe they have 11 flu trials underway right now, yet it's still lagging the moves we're seeing in stocks like BCRX, which actually doesn't have a flu drug anymore. It terminated the trial. But, you know, it's not like traders do a lot of research these days. But the chart, nice breakout on this one. 220 breakout on Friday sets this one free for a move up to the previous highs up there in the 240s. RSI is very strong. We had very strong volume on Friday after the continuation on Thursday. ADX is super bullish. We have downtrend breaks in stochastics and in on-bounce volume. So this stock is setting up for a power move higher. And when flu momentum hits, this is a stock that can really motor higher. So could be a very nice early week move to these flu stocks, especially given the headlines, the hype headlines that continue to come out from the media, and they're only going to hype that even more. I know. Now, this is one that has already given us a monster January pop gain, 20% gain. It is consolidating that early week spike. Actually kind of a BS close on Friday, which is not untypical for this stock. The real close was 62 cents, but somehow they printed it at 60 cents. 3 flu trials underway for INO. They've got their fingers in many pies, as I've said before. Look for this one to rebound to the 70s. Last but not least, PURE. Now, this is also a flu play, but this is one of our January popper plays as well. As you can see, it has that classic late year walk down, especially in December, just slow bleed. Consolidation over the last week, and over the last couple of days, we've got a nice breakout, and we got a break through the 50-day moving average on Friday. This is a stock that we were looking for 1+ as our target, but really, this is a stock that you could see next week trading up in the 140, 160 area, just given the kind of sell-off it's had, the low float it's had, and the way the chart is setting up here. Aside from the fact that it is a January popper play, they are also frontline in the flu battle. Their sanitation products kills all kinds of flus. Sanitation is a big thing when you're trying to stop the spread of flu. These guys actually have a product that can be used now that's not in trials. And we've got a very nice breakout. RSI broke up through 50. Stochastics looks strong. ADX looks strong. And volume was very strong into the close on Friday. And we should definitely see a big break through that $1 level. And we could quickly see 120 plus on Monday with the right momentum, especially with the hype that's out there. Now, last but not least, HEB. Now, I know their drugs are dead and this stock has tanked, and it's also a dead cat bounce play. But again, this is another stock. Their Ampligen has been used with the flu mist as recently as last year. It was under trial to be used in combination with the flu mist to prevent seasonal flu. And the headlines out right now, almost all the flu vaccine shots are gone. I believe out of the 140 they made, 90% have been used up already this season. So stocks like this, you know, I see comments all the times, well, this stock is crap, it's not going to run, their stock is in, or their flu trials are phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It doesn't matter. It's speculation. Traders will play what there is, and there's only about a dozen stocks other than the mega large caps that deal in the flu sector, and we've been playing these flu stocks for years during manias such as the one we're in right now, and every single time they all run. Look at BCRX on Friday. This was on the pop scan for a couple of times for a breakthrough 175. Now keep in mind, the reason for this plunge down here, they canceled their flu drug. They do not have a flu drug anymore. It failed. It's under analysis right now. And this was actually the biggest gainer on Friday in the flu stocks, and they don't even have a flu drug. So when you try to tell me, well, you know, stocks like EB and INO, etc., their drugs are in trial or not working, etc., It doesn't matter. It's called speculation, and there is serious speculation in the sector right now, and we have some very nice money and volume movement into these stocks, and it should continue over the next few days. ATRM. This was a new play we got into a couple of days ago. We have now broken out of the downtrend. Very strong move on this one. Again, another January popper setup, but also it's in the semiconductor space, and a peer of TXCC, which was a 50% winner for us, and MTSN, which again popped 50% over the last week. So here we have ATRM starting its bounce point. First target is a move to the 200-day moving average at 72 cents. And given the kind of moves and chasing that we have seen in the other stocks, especially if TXCC continues next week, we could see some very, very nice momentum in ATRM early next week. A couple other stocks to keep an eye on this week. CBRX, after that sell-off late last year, it has been consolidating in a very nice range. It is holding its 50-day and 20-day exponential moving averages. 66 cents is the breakout here, and it could go Monday, so definitely keep an eye on that. This one could see a quick 25 to 40% upside move, kind of similar to what we saw in our nice 40% winner TXCM late this past week, where we jumped in at 52, traded as high as 69, almost a 20% gain. Little consolidation on Friday, but we can see similar thing happen here on CBRX, so keep a very, very close eye on this one early this week. A couple of other bios to mention. CRME. Thursday, we had that big spike open on volume, retraced all the way back, but it's holding its moving averages. We've got a nice little flag here. RSI is starting to curl up a bit. Stochastics as well, after that little dip, is starting to move higher. I believe this stock is going to break out in a big way this week. And if we look at the one-year chart, a breakout of 47 cents, 53 is going to be the really big breakout. And as I've said, from the price close we had on Friday, this is legitimately a stock that could go 50 to 100% very, very quickly just based off the chart. Remember, they're sitting on a lot of cash. The CEO bought 1.7 million shares at 42 cents in December, so the right press release and this stock will go boom, and it looks like it's consolidating nicely, or has been for the last couple of weeks at the 200-day moving average. I think this one's going to go big this week. Last but not least, got to make a quick mention on NVTL. Very nice breakout on Friday, broke out through the 200-day moving average, broke its downtrend that had been in place over the last couple of months, and then late in the day they pulled the rug out, and it continued on Friday, shaking out pretty much. There was a bunch of different newsletters and posters pushing this one. When it broke up to 145, down at 130, they were MIA. Very nice ad opportunity, and what I think we are seeing here is kind of similar to what we saw in UPIP. Remember, UPIP 2 days ago was looking like crap. Nice little rebound, news got leaked, boom. Novotel, we've been seeing a lot of dip and rips, and what I mean by dip and rip is we get a pop, we get a dip, scares everyone out, and then the real move higher comes. Seen this many, many times on January popper plays over the years. It wouldn't surprise me to see NVTL come out with some sort of positive news next week, or buyout news, and this stock be trading up a double. Seen it many times, especially on setups like this. I think this upcoming week is going to be a nice week. They're trading under cash in a very hot sector. This one is an excellent pickup anywhere around the 20-day exponential. And again, our target on this one is a move 170 to 180 plus. So very, very nice upside move with minimal downside, I think. And the chart still looks great even after that little bit of a shakeout over the last day. So we've got some very, very nice setups going into this upcoming week. We've got what we're starting to see, which I view as very bullish, is movement in sectors. We had the shipping stocks take off. We've had the solar stocks take off sectors. We are having nice momentum flow into the flu stocks, semiconductor stocks. So that is a sign of a very, very healthy small cap market. And let's see it continue again this week. Monster start to the year for us. As I said, this is going to be our best year ever. And if you've got any questions, shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the chat room on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.